After review, the ruling on the field stands.
First of the last time the Packers were shut out in the preseason, 1987. A 17-0 defeat to the Arizona Cardinals. Not many positives for the Packers.
The one sack was on me, but we moved the ball at times. We just couldn't finish the drive. We get the ball, get 3 or 4 first downs, and then one reason another we stall out. And we don't. A lot of times we're in good situations. We couldn't come right on, 3rd and short or something. So we've got to get better about that.
Offensively, we didn't get the job done. Although I think we scored on that on our first drive. But there's got to be more production out there.
Northwoods Packer fans had the chance to meet some of the franchise's current and former stars. The team's final stop was in Wisconsin Rapids. It was a fundraiser for Opportunity Development Centers. They help people with disabilities work and succeed. Packers president Mark Murphy was on hand. So were current players Randall Cobb, Alex Green, and Jarrett Bush. Former Packer greats Santana Dotson, Frank Winters, and Aaron Taylor were there too. More than 1,000 Packer fans were at Lambeau Field. The Packers were happy to meet fans and make a difference.
It's been great, just going to all the different sounds, all the different communities, and being able to interact with fans. It's very special to understand what it means to be a Packer and to see how many Packer fans there really is. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Over $80,000 by the time everything's said and done. So that all comes back to ODC. It's going to have huge impact on helping us with our mission. It takes a lot to do what we do, so to have this type of support, we really want to make sure we have great impact.
Aaron Rodgers tied the franchise passing mark with 480 yards, throwing for 4 touchdowns in the process. James Starks surpassed the 100-yard rushing mark and added a score. First time that's happened since 2010. Both players accomplishing the feat in the same game. That's a franchise first. Oh, by the way, it's also the Packers' first victory.
We had a lot of yards after the catch today. 480 yards, but how much of that was yak? Michael had an unbelievable play there. How many tackles he broke. James had a great day, obviously, and a lot of yards after the catch. Everybody got involved. Everybody contributed.
Person go down, you got to be ready to go in there, step up, and do what you know you're capable of. Work hard every practice like I've been doing. Stay working hard and weight room. Try to stay healthy this whole year. And, be the player I know I can be.
Several days a week, hundreds of area drivers are racing for trophies and glory. Eagle River Speedway is one of the tracks in the Northwoods. Rhinelander's Jared Check grew up watching his dad compete in drag racing. It motivated him to get a car and burn rubber.
To be honest, I finally had enough money where I could do it. It took me a lot of years I've always wanted to do it, and you can get into them for $3,500 and you can get into them for $30,000. This one's closer to $20,000, but it's pretty cost effective.
It's not just the adults. Brian Retzloff's son Parker also races. Cost can be an issue, but some of the lessons Parker is learning isn't just about racing.
He loves it, and let him have a lot of fun and do stuff that'll keep him active and away from stuff he shouldn't be doing.
Depending on the class, these cars can go anywhere between 60 and 100 miles per hour. I even had the opportunity to try one of these out on the track.
Racing on a slippery clay surface isn't as easy as it sounds. I felt like I was doing well and showing off some skills, but in reality, I wasn't setting any speed records.
You know the good thing, Joe, being the sports director, you can change the speed of the tape and make it look like you were going like 80,
Although I won't be the next racing sensation, the sport seems to be very strong in the Northwoods. It's thanks in part to a unique code shared by several drivers.
The one thing I like about racing is the only sport I know where a competitor will help you fix your car so you can go out and beat them on the next race. And you don't find that in any other sport.
It's a lot safer than everybody thinks it is. They got all the stuff that all the NASCAR guys have. I mean, he's got fire suit, fire gloves, shoes. He's got a Hans device. I mean, everything's fireproof and essentially pretty safe for them.
With our Northwood Spotlight, Joe Dufek, Newswatch 12 Sports. Action on a pair of frozen lakes just south of Eagle River has really picked up this winter, but these guys are not ice fishing. Curling is the name of the game. At Johnny Nick's and Cathin Inn, however, the sport is played outside.
Then we realized, let's try to actually make a rink and see what happens. Keeps us busy during the winter months. It's something to do. We have a lot of fun.
It's called the Northwoods Pond Curling League. 4 teams playing on either Cathin Lake or Dam Lake. Most of these players have never curled before.
Our strategy is to get as close as you can to center with as little work as possible.
Curling's a new idea, so it is sparking a lot of interest, and we're getting a lot of people, we're getting spectators, and it's really a fun time.
This grassroots league, or should I say ice roots league, had to be creative in getting their equipment together. The rinks are spray painted, even the stones are handmade.
Some stainless steel dog dishes, to keep the cost down. I know it sounds funny, but we want to try to keep the cost down, so that's why we did them that way. It's got some concrete in there. They are 40 pounds, which is a normal curling stone.
I think I could probably make the Olympics. I'm going to probably try out for the 2016. Is that right? No, that's not right.
Most of the players will not likely be seen on an Olympic stage. However, everyone has tried to keep the rules intact, although some rules were adjusted to keep the activity fun.
Personally, I can't get the stone all the way down the ice. Not something that you'd think about doing on a weekly basis, but it gets you out of the house during the winter. It gives you something to do.
They hope the league will have more teams next year and attract both curlers and rookies to the fun. With our Northwood Spotlight, Joe Dufek, Newswatch 12 Sports.